Hello, Mrs. Showalter's class. Hey, I'm here to help you find some good stuff online for your project that you're doing for her class. So first, I'm going to show you how to do some Google searches, how to be a little smart about it. Then I will show you some research, some resources on our library page, and hopefully by the time I'm done you have a lot of good places to look. So let's start on Google. Pretty simple. It's cute. And let's just search. I'm going to pick a country, Greece Holocaust, because I know yours is about the Holocaust in a country, a particular country. So let's say we look at this first one. And by the way, one of the things you kind of want to avoid, if you can help it, is anything at the top that says an ad. Not necessarily for this in particular, but in general, these are people who might be trying to sell you something. So let's go down to the first non-ad. And we see this one and we look, and it's the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum. That seems pretty reliable. Let's scroll down and see what it says at the bottom. What we find is it's in Washington, D.C. If you do some research, and you don't necessarily need to, but it's actually a very powerful museum. I've been there in Washington, D.C. Has some really amazing stuff. So this is a pretty reliable source. So we can just say that might be something that would be good to look at. Again, from the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum. So we don't need to know much about that. Now, this third one, your teachers will tell you Wikipedia is a bad idea. And in general it is. But I will tell you some of the things, the best part of Wikipedia is this down here. External links. You can really find a lot about, in this case, the Jews in Greece. You can find out a lot down there, and then these are notes down here. These are all footnoted and are related to the Wikipedia article itself. So this would be a really great source as far as finding some other stuff. Now, I wouldn't worry about this too much because you might just kind of go down the rabbit hole, but Wikipedia at the bottom of each of its links is a great resource for you. So Wikipedia is not good to cite, but it's good to maybe point you to other places. Now, this fourth one, the destruction of the Jews of Greece during the Holocaust. And the link is unitedwithisrael.org. Now, there's nothing wrong with being united with Israel, but it certainly seems, if you look at just the web link, that this is probably going to have an agenda, some sort of agenda. Now, let's click on the link. And I think the agenda will become pretty clear as soon as this pops up. Now it asks you the question, do you believe Jerusalem is the eternal undivided capital of Israel? I'm just going to throw it out there that a source that is unbiased and reliable and is going to give you all of the facts unvarnished is probably not going to have a question like that. So let's just say you don't know much about it and you say no. They're trying to get you to sign up for Israel's urgent news. You don't have to, but this is leading me to believe that this might not be the best source for me. You know, a little ad up top, the global movement for Israel. I'm not saying that you can't find good stuff here, but we've already seen some good stuff. Let's just stay away from that. Not a very reliable source. You know, United with Israel. It's clear that they're trying to sign you up for things. So I'm not saying that, again, this is going to be unreliable, that it won't be factual, but we just don't know enough, so let's just back away from it. And we can go down even more, the Holocaust Research Project. This is a guy, Theo Pavlidis. I don't know much about Theo. This doesn't appear to be the most professionally designed site. Again, you can have a good site that's not professionally designed, but as I'm looking at this, I'm thinking this just doesn't really pass the smell test. Not if the name is, the URL is his name, and I don't know who Theo Pavlidis is. We've had some pretty reliable stuff, so I would stay away from something like this too. So you can kind of see as you are looking around which ones are going to be reliable and which ones are not. So let's, Holocaust Research Project, let's just look at that one. Destruction of the Jews of Greece. not looking great. Let's scroll down and see what's going on at the bottom. Copyright 2007, and then they copyrighted 2012. Not sure who Mark Simonatis is. We might want to even look. Let's open up a link and find out who Mark Simonatis, I believe is his name. Let's go back. Did I spell that wrong? Sorry about this. I'm not finding much on Mark Simonatis. That's kind of a red flag for me too. So I think I'm just going to try to avoid this site if I can. He has sources here, so you might be able to look up his sources. Publications, it's just making me a little nervous. Not loving this one. Might find some Holocaust links. Even the links, myjewishlearning.com, not so sure. So just be wary. Alright, so now we've done that. Now let's take one more look. Let's look at what the library website has. So let's go to lc-library.weebly.com. lc-library.weebly.com. And if you go to daily instructions right here, you will see that your librarians have set up a page where you can go in and look at some things that we have already set up for you. So we saw a Holocaust Research Project. We already saw United States Holocaust Memorial Museum. Let's look at World Holocaust Remembrance Center. Some of these are a little tricky. Finding the search button is tricky. So you look at this, and I've looked at this. This is pretty good. Now you just have to go over here and click that tab. And if you click Greece, let's just say Greece, since it's already the Holocaust Remembrance Center. Let's do Greece Holocaust. My Firefox is not responding right now. There we go. Let's just stop the script. My computer does this every once in a while. Alright, my computer is back. Sorry about that. Now if we do a search on Yad Vashem, and we search Greece Holocaust, we can see Greek righteous Gentiles in the Holocaust. Scroll down a little bit and see this during the Holocaust. We can see stories of women who rescued Jews. So Yad Vashem would be a pretty good source. I'm not going to go through all of those sources on the daily library instruction, but you can kind of see. So Holocaust Research Project, Jewish Virtual Library, let's go there. And even then I was like, where is the search? So we go up here and we say Greece Holocaust. Let's try this again. Here we go. Jews in Greece. Anti-Semitism in the European Union. You might be able to find some stuff on here. So we don't need to go through all of this stuff, but just know that you can go to all of these places. And then also, kind of the gold standard is if you go to ProQuest, you'll be able to find a lot of stuff. So you should be able to really get a good start today. The other thing that you can do is we have a cart of books set up that you can go to. So go ahead and grab those books, take a look around, and you should be able to find a lot on the country that you decide to look at.